narrative.
So you're saying that fits the media's narrative?
Yeah, they want to take away from this being terrorism and it being more of a right-wing extremist. And just because he's Islamic or Muslim doesn't mean that he's not hardcore right-wing. Because what do we talk about? What do we think of when we think of hardcore right-winger? Very religious, very homophobic.
Right.
So what they're trying to do is say, no, not Muslim extremist. It's just some guy that's very religious, hates homosexuals, and because he's a homosexual himself, he hates himself. He hates these feelings that he has. And just like all the rest of the right-wing religious people, he's going to lash out violently and kill everybody.
And you're listening to Smith Radio, smithradio.com. You can listen to us live every Sunday night, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Smith Radio, SMYTH Radio. And follow us on Facebook.com/Smith Radio and on Twitter at Smith Radio. If you want to be a part of the show, give a call in, 513-888-1538. We are talking Second Amendment. We're talking about this narrative that the media has, that they are
Orlando shooting.
Yeah, the Orlando shooting. The media is just sick with it. Obama is sick with it. Just doing everything they can to nab the guns out of our hands. And
now about that media narrative, I think it's failing. I saw where they were going with it. I seen where they were going. Everything that I just told you is definitely what they were hoping. They were hoping to get people to say, you know what? Maybe it was just a coincidence that he was Muslim and not Christian.
Right.
But turns out people are rejecting this. Gays are looking at it like, wow, this guy was a Muslim.
Correct.
Who killed a bunch of gay people. And the reaction by the Obama administration and all the leftists and the media on the left is that Muslims are more important than gays. And they are angry.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are coming out and saying, we're voting for Trump now. Now, they're not all saying that, and I still think that a vast majority of gays are still going to pull the lever for the battle axe.
Phoenix LGBT organization out of Phoenix.
Yeah, go ahead and say what you were going to say, because it turns out
it's false.
The hoax.
No.
Well, tell the people.
Oh, so I got trolled.
We all did. Everybody got trolled.
I was on top of this.
Politico may have been the one to come out to show that it wasn't real, and then the real Phoenix LGBT organization came out and said, "Nah, that's not our handle."
Yeah, they came out and said, "Yep, we're all in for Trump now. After this, we're all in for Trump." I think it was Breitbart that posted it.
Really?
Yes.
They got trolled too?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what happened. The L.
If it wasn't Breitbart, it was Drudge.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody, yeah.
Well, it was picked up. Even Bill Mitchell. Bill Mitchell trumpeted it, and I texted him and said it wasn't real. But he's not the only one. A whole bunch of people got trolled on it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If we did a show that night, we would have blew that up too.
Yeah, we would have been trolled on it. Sure.
Well, it turns out the Twitter handle was capital IGBT. Capital I. And it looked like a lowercase L.
Oh, man.
And here's how they found out. It's Twitter's not case sensitive.
Okay.
So when you search at IGBT, that name shows up. That's how you could tell. That's how you could tell that that's a capital I. And it was disguised as a lowercase L because the GBT were all lowercase.
Okay. Well, this is a fact. In West Hollywood, and they refer to it as WeHo, WEHO.
Okay.
WeHo, West Hollywood. Oh, no. Dude.
WeHo.
Dude.
West Hollywood is shortened WeHo?
Yes, dude.
Okay.
It is a well-accepted
acronym,
if you will.
It's considered an acronym.
Okay. If there was a place on earth that gay men and women could run free and frolic,
even more so than San Francisco,
it would maybe not San Francisco may be higher on the list. However, if you go to West Hollywood, and I took my brother-in-law we went out to, we were working, and I'm like, hey, there's a hamburger shop down here. Let's go over here and grab a cheeseburger. And so we sat outside on the patio right there on the sidewalk at one of the tables, and the barmaid or bartender came over to us on roller skates.
Okay, all right.
No shirt.
Whoa.
And a thong.
What else?
Maybe socks.
What? Oh, I thought he was doing, or she, or whatever it was doing like an Aaliyah thing.
Oh,
R.I.P. Aaliyah. Where you remember her? She had low-cut jeans with a G-string that was kind of high up, so you could see the string up on her hips.
Right. Yeah,
then it was no jeans.
No, it was no jeans.
Oh.
And I mean, makeup on the face, makeup in the the hair all done up with makeup to look kind of like a girl, but you saw his body was clearly a man's body.
Well, if you don't have a shirt on,
you saw
your first thought is, oh my gosh, she's topless.
But it's not for me to judge if that individual felt like a woman, then it be a woman.
But if that person was in North Carolina,
it's not legal.
Might have a little trouble defecating.
you just can't roll up anywhere.
Right.
So
you gotta be careful.
It came over to us on roller skates and a thong.
I think the proper pronoun is shim.
Shim. And Shim waited on us. It took our order.
Okay.
Got us our Cokes. Brought our food. I'm just wondering if the Board of Health would have any problems with this situation.
I was at Sam's today, and I noticed that the people that were doing food prep, a lot of them had beards, and they had the net that went over the beard, obviously, so you keep that kind of stuff from falling into food and stuff like that. In his case, he might have to have the net in a different location.
Unless he didn't have any hair.
Yeah, because like if you shave your beard off, you wouldn't need that net.
Right, or if you took a bath in Nair.
Oh, wow.
So, anywho, any given restaurant or bar in West Hollywood or Hollywood, this is perfectly acceptable. No shirts on. Bartenders, no shirts on whatsoever.
But they're hairless.
It depends.
I mean, you wouldn't see like a burly looking, like a
it's either way. It's
Robin Williams.
Well, that would be referred to as a bear.
Oh, okay. A bear.
Don't Google that, folks.
Don't Google that.
Don't
okay.
Google
Do
that.
not Google that.
But that would be they refer to a very hairy, burly man as a bear. Oh, hey, bear.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And then the Nancy girl, the guy who's real dainty, and they call that a Mary or a Sally. Stop being such a Mary.
Not a Nancy.
No,
you're being such a Nancy boy.
Well, that's us straight guys calling.
Oh, that's right? A straight guy making fun of another straight guy.
Correct.
I gotcha.
Okay, so
now that you've learned everything that you need to learn, I mean, you don't get this anywhere else.
No.
Brian and Carrie here on Smith
knowledge.
Radio. This is where you get this information, and it's crucial because you have to have a thorough understanding of this if you want to be able to understand the mindset of the left or just pop culture in general.
Okay.
This is pop culture education.
Right. And the whole point of this whole thing that I'm telling you is that West Hollywood is very liberal,
Or
very
WeHo,
very, very liberal. You don't bring up politics, you will be beat up. There's no guns, there's no nothing. High taxes, all over the entire week, all over West Hollywood. Giant rainbow and pink signs everywhere. Gays, get your guns.
Wow.
There is a surge, a huge surge.
And the hashtags are all over the place, and there's a lot of them. The one I saw, the new profile pic that people are putting up now, is the rainbow flag, and at the bottom, in the bottom color, I guess it might be purple or something like that, hashtag shoot back.
Oh, right, absolutely. Yeah. Shoot back. Well, and as we talked about this last show, if there is gunfire, turn and run at it.
Even if you don't have a weapon, and that's the whole thing about an ambush, is that sometimes you're just out powered, with the firepower. Sometimes
Correct.
you just, when you're ambushed, people aren't going to ambush you unless they feel like they have the upper hand firepower-wise. But how many people do you think were at this club? And then, especially in close quarters, if you have 20 people hiding in a bathroom, and as soon as he walks in the door, you all just crash on him.
Not back away.
Oh no, don't shoot me. And if you all play dead, and here's the thing, it's not like he came in, started shooting, and nobody had time to think. They did an interview, and I'll tell you what, this guy is something else, but I'm not trying to bash him. I don't want to say anything that makes it sound like I am criticizing his behavior, because maybe that's all he could hope to do. But I want to tell you this story to illustrate that people need to be trained at a young age, now that we live in this day and age where Muslim extremists, or for you lefties that hate Christianity, okay, fine, a Christian crazy. How about the guy Dylan Roof, that shot up the black church?
Yeah.
Okay, this will be for you guys in the black church too. All right. So
I actually thought about this today at church. I wanted to tell the rest of the people that I go to church with.
Like,
if anything ever happens while we're at church, because the time and the day of our service is in the front. It's for the whole world to see. So a Muslim would be like, all right, 9:00 Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to a Christian church.
Now, if he has a bomb, I don't think that running away or running towards is gonna make much difference. Although you got people that could save an entire platoon by jumping on a grenade.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now, obviously, you don't want to be that guy in the front, but I mean, gosh, at the end of the day, do you want 5, 6 people dead, or do you want 50, 60 people dead?
Right.
It's just the way it is. But anyway, so here's the story. They interviewed a guy that was in there.
Yeah.
In Pulse. And he survived. But he was in the hospital going through multiple surgeries, got shot 4 times. So Here's his story. When the shooting first took place, he decided, this is the time to play dead, because I heard that there's a chance. There are a lot of people. There's a lot of survivors, even in wartime.
My grandfather in World War II played dead.
Right.
And he survived, luckily.
Right. Didn't they go through his pockets?
Yes, they got his cigarettes out and his lighter and his wallet.
Talk about the need to be not breathing and not even... You got to be limp. Totally limp. If they feel any muscle movement...
And when you're dead, everything comes out of your body.
So he probably defecate himself.
Yes. However, that was the story that I was told, that really actually happened. But how could you not?
Yeah. So this guy, so he laid down and played dead right off the bat. He was not shot. And before he even went down that road of playing dead, he was able to see that the shooter was targeting the heads. He wanted all headshots. So you go right up to people, one shot to the head. It's more efficient. You don't have to waste a lot of bullets.
Right.
So what he did was he buried his head in the couch. It was a couch.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, can you believe this? Like, hearing this guy tell this story.
Sounds like an ostrich.
Well, I'm not trying to criticize him. I mean, he's doing what he's thinking. He's got to do whatever. You're in an act. You're there. You're in the club. And then you have no way to run away because he's kind of a sitting duck no matter how you look at him.
Wow, and he said that. He said he was shooting heads, so I'll bury my head.
Yeah, like maybe that'll give me a little bit of a hope. And actually, it sounds like it probably did.
Like he can't see a head. He's looking for heads, and he sees a body but no head. So
So he played dead with his head hidden, right?
Right.
So he said about a half hour went by. By the way, this shooting was a 3-hour ordeal. People were getting shot for 3 hours, which makes makes total sense how he was able to kill 50 people.
Oh,
now.
because there's no other way.
Oh my gosh, the Virginia Tech shooter, very short event.